on to the last lesson of our Unit 4, which is dealing with fraction rational numbers. Today we're going to apply order of ops. This is a more advanced skill where you have to know all elements of fractions before you can accurately simplify. So you're learning target today. You can simplify fraction expressions using order of ops. Remember with PEMDAS, you need to multiply or divide before you add and subtract. So the first thing you should always do is see if you need to multiply or divide something before you do any addition or subtraction. Most kids want to add first and then multiply. You don't want to do that. You want to multiply this first expression and then you'll add. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So 1/4 times a negative 1/3. I can't cross simplify at all, so this just turns to a negative 1/12. Top times top over bottom times bottom. So now I have negative 1/2 plus a negative 1/12. I'm going to put an underline here just to show that I did that first. Now I need a common denominator. You can recall from our second lesson, in this unit we added and subtracted fractions that were positive and negative. Common D is 12. 2 times 6 is 12. So negative 1 times 6 is negative 6. Now they're the same sign. A negative and a negative is the same sign. So I add them, make it negative, all over the common D of 12. And remember, if they're the same sign, you add. If they're different signs, you'll subtract. So they were the same sign, negative 6 and negative 1, so I added them and made it negative. Okay, the next one. I got a lot going on here. According to PEMDAS, I need to do parentheses first. So I need to figure out this. Well, that's really a power. That's more of an exponent, so that's going to be the last thing, the second thing on my mind. This is the first thing. 2/3 minus 1/4. So I'm just going to do a little side work here. 5/12. 8 minus 3 is 5/12. Oh no, this is going to be a ginormous number. So now I'm just rewriting. That's 2/3 squared plus, inside here was 5/12 squared. Order of ops tells me that I need to evaluate the exponents second. So 2/3 squared is 2/3 times 2/3, which is 4/9. That turns into 4/9. 5/12 squared. Now notice with these fractions, it's ugly. I got a lot of side work going on. But my main strategy, I keep in one area. My little side work I put to the side, and then I have the prettier process in the middle. Okay? So 5/12 squared is 5/12 times 5/12, which is 25 over 144. Oh gosh. Yeah, I didn't mean it to be that ugly. That's how fractions can get ugly fast. But I'm just going to roll with it. So I don't know what their common denominator is. So I'm just multiplying them. 144 times 9 is 1296. Now if you know their common denominator, if you know it, you keep that in your mind. The typical student is not going to know what the common D is. Okay, the typical average student is not going to know. And I didn't know either. My brain is just saying, okay, I'm going to multiply that. City?
Couldn't you just use
the divisibility rule?
And then you can add it, and it's like 9. So
were thinking too. Notice this connection. If we use the divisibility rules, 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Since that sum is divisible by 9, then I know that 9 goes into 144. That's awesome. Yeah, I would recommend doing that. But a lot of us forget to apply those skills. So let's just go this long way first. Okay, but sweet. If you can use divisibility rules, use them. They are amazing. So I times this by 144. So I need to times this by 144. Oh, 144 times 4, 576. Oh no. So I times 144 by 9, so I need to times 25 by 9. 2, 2, 5. Oh. Now I'm going to add them. 2, 2, 5 plus 576, 801 over 1296. And if you didn't think to use the divisibility rules at first, which would have helped us tremendously, definitely use them second to simplify. So I don't know what goes into these two, so I'm going to use the divisibility rules. 8 plus 1 is 9, so I know 9 goes into the top. I'm going to see if 9 goes into the bottom. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 9 is 12. 12 plus 6 is 18. So I can divide both of these by 9. 89 over, yeah. Okay, and I'm done. And yes, that is a lot of work, but I did it. I'm done. And those are our two examples for this last lesson. So just remember to multiply and divide first, add and subtract second, unless you have exponents involved.